Hey guys, OGalbina here, bringing you guys our BBL Week 1 battle against Gladeite and his Calgary Flamethrowers. I believe this will be the first time as of me remembering. I don't know, I could have played him a long time ago, but I think this is the first time I'm playing Gladeite. Seems like a really nice guy. I know he's a very solid player. I think he just came off a chip in, I want to say it was UPA? I think it was UPA. But from what I heard, very solid player. He's a really scary team. We allowed him to get Lunala after us in the draft, which was not the smartest move on my end, but I really wanted to try Ho-Oh. So it's going to be very scary, but I think we have the squad to do it. Of course, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like. If you're new here, be sure to drop a sub. Really appreciate it. We're pushing towards 600. We've been growing pretty rapidly lately, so I really appreciate you guys that are new to the channel, and I appreciate all of you that are watching from before as well. As well as go check out my opponent in the description below, as well as all the other coaches. And yeah, let's jump into the team builder so you can see what we're bringing, why we're bringing it. They have that background knowledge going into the match. There will be a timestamp on the screen and in the description below on when the battle starts if you want to jump to that. So with that being said, let's jump into the matchup. Our team at the top of the screen, if you did forget, consists of Ho-Oh, Zygarde 50%, Slowbro, Neolego, Azelf, Steelix, Licky, Comfey, Tyranitar, Decidueye, Drillbur, and Galarian Meowth. While our opponent's team at the bottom of the screen consists of Lunala, Tapu Koko, Mandibuzz, Mamoswine, Melmetal, Seismitoad, Weezing, Halucha, Drampa, Rotom-Mow, and Raboot. Now, biggest threats to me, I don't really deal with Mamoswine too well. Life Orb Mamoswine has the potential to 2-hit KO my entire team with hazards up. I don't deal with Lunala very well over the course of the game. Now, I do have things like Tyranitar and Licky, which obviously are very solid checks, but over the course of the game, it can get a little bit scary. There's a lot of pressure on my Slowbro to not only check that Mamoswine, like I said, but also that Melmetal. So that makes potentially a Halucha endgame very scary. I think like a sub-toxic Melmetal or like a mixed Melmetal with Thunderbolt could also be really scary for me to potentially deal with, so that's not fun at all. Mandibuzz is a little bit hard for me to break, but I think we do have sufficient pieces. And yeah, other than that, I do think the matchup is pretty doable. But yeah, with that being said, I'll jump into our first mon, which is going to be Ho-Oh, rocking out with the Heavy Duty Boots. Regenerator as its ability, Mystical Fire, Roost, Toxic, and Substitute. EV's wise got max HP, 52 SPDF, and 204 speed with a calm nature. Now, yeah, Subtoxic Ho-Oh, a little bit of a scummy set, but I think it does absolutely insane in this matchup. It's very hard for my opponent to break this. If it's not Rock Move Lunala, which I'm not really expecting, I don't think he has the move slots to run Rock Move on Lunala this week. Realistically, he doesn't break through it with Lunala, because I can Mystical Fire and stop that thing from Calm Minding up and, breaking through me that way. And if I get a Toxic off on it, then that's obviously great. I'm going to have it on a timer in that sense. Tapu Koko actually does not 2-hit KO me most of the time after a Mystical Fire drops its special attack, which is insane. And I can kind of just sub-toxic the entire team very easily. We're very fat. We can, sub and not even roost and potentially just switch out and get our regen back, which is obviously very clutch as well. EVs are pretty simple though. We just have enough speed for Mamoswine creeping Decidueye, and then we have the wrist and our HP plus our SPDF. This is going to be a nice backup check and a nice blanket check to a lot of things. We obviously have to be careful of the plentiful amount of coverage that, the opponent, that Gladeite, Pokemon can have in order to, kind of punish Ho-Oh with that rocker electric coverage, but I think we can do it for sure. Next up, we got Licky, rocking out with the leftovers. Oblivious is its ability, knock off, heal bell, wish, and protect. EVs wise, we got 220 HP, 60 defense, and 228 SPDF with a careful nature. I think this time it's not calm. I don't remember. I always mix those up. I could have just done this completely backwards, but this is going to be one of our Lunala checks. It's actually a soft check to Koko as well, though we can't really touch the Koko, so that's not good. But we can knock it off, pass wishes out, be a genuine nuisance. At least work as a pivot into it. EVs wise, we're not 2-hit KO'd by a Wild Charge from Tapu Koko, and then we have the rest in our special defense, especially to take hits from that Lunala. This is going to be our main Lunala pivot 100% of the time, just because it's very annoying for us to deal with. But we do beat like Wisp sets and things like that because we can always heal bell and wish and protect and stay healthy and things like that. Pass a wish out into something else. If it's like a Wisp Lunala and it's not Calm Mind, then we can always just pass out into our Ho-Oh, which is also very clutch. And we don't have to risk being taunted. We can knock off items, be a genuine nuisance, knock off the boots of that Mandibuzz, stuff like that. So definitely very solid in this game. Licky should be able to put in the work. Next up, we got Slowbro rocking out the Rocky Helmet. Regenerators its ability, Scald, Psychic, Slack Off, and Calm Mind. We are max Fizz Def, just to take Fizz Def hits as best as humanly possible, because like I said, there's a lot of pressure on Slowbro this week to check all of his physical offense, basically. So that's kind of going to be our best bet. This is also our best win con, in my opinion. If I can eliminate that Lunala and that Coco, I think that Calm Mind broke and kind of just solo this team and really win on its own. So that's going to be our main way of winning this game. I could have gone potentially teleport to grab myself a little bit more momentum, but not the biggest deal in the world. I do like having at least some kind of win con in the back, setup wise, or maybe a Scarf for to clean. And that's going to be Slowbro this week. The rest of the team's going to be pretty darn fat otherwise. But yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. We check the Mamoswine, the Melmetal, the Hawlucha. We check the Sizer-Toad. We can heal ball off any toxic that they all want to throw out on us and catch us with. So that's obviously very clutch as well. Because I felt like that's the main reason I felt I needed clerical support, is because I really needed to heal ball toxics off of Slowbro. Because I guarantee you, either Mamoswine or Melmetal or Seismitoad are all going to have Toxic, or one of them is at least going to have Toxic, if not multiple. And I really want to keep this thing potentially not super chipped out to where I don't lose to that Hawlucha in the end game, because that's definitely a possibility. Next up, we got Choice Band Zygarde. Obviously, rocking out with Choice Band. Aura Break is its ability. 1000 Arrows, Extreme Speed, Stone Edge, and Outrage. EVs wise, we got 188 HP, 156 attack, and 164 speed with an Adamant nature. EVs wise, we live a Specs, Coco, Dazzling Gleam. We have enough speed for Mons, Creeping, Decidueye, and then the rest in our attacks. We go Adamant and do as much damage as possible. Now, hindsight, maybe I should go Crunch on the Zygarde over Stone Edge, just because to hit that Lunala as hard as possible, and Arrows is still chunking down the, what do you call it? The Mandibuzz, and it's not really a move I really foresee myself clicking ever. But other than that, honestly, I'm going to be clicking Arrows 90% of the time anyways. My opponent does not have a ground resist. He has ground immunities for sure, but I have a Zygarde, and ground immunities don't resist when you have a Zygarde, so I can click Arrows for free this game. There's not an Arrows resist on his team whatsoever, so instead of going with a fat setup Zygarde or even just DD Zygarde, I figured just doing as much damage as humanly possible with banded arrows, banded extreme speed, even a banded outrage if it comes down to it, is probably going to be my best bet, because I probably am not going to get the opportunity to set up and win this thing with the looming Mamoswine in the background. So that's obviously very scary, but I think that Zygarde can for sure at least punch holes and rip through this team enough to where we can win with Slowbro. And instead of them on, like I said, I can live a Specs, Coco, Gleam. So honestly, if I'm sitting in with my Zygarde in front of that Coco, I'm probably clicking Arrows, because I live the Gleam and Coco's a big issue to the team that we built. So if I can eliminate that, then that's for sure an amazing trade, because then that's just Lunala in the way of our Slowbro potentially winning. Next up, we got Tyranitar rocking out with the Chople Berry. Sandstream is its ability. Crunch, Earthquake, Stone Edge, and Thunder Wave. We got max HP, 52 attack, 4 defense, 156 per def, and 44 speed with a careful nature. And yeah, this is going to be another check to Lunala. It's going to be actually a soft check to Coco, because we're pretty darn super def. And yeah, it's here to check the Lunala mostly. We can Crunch, obviously do a ton of damage. Stone Edge does a lot to things like Mandibuzz, obviously, being resisting our crunches. We have Earthquake as well to hit Melmetal and Coco and stuff like that a little bit more reliably. And then we have Thunder Wave just to catch switches to punish things like Lucha that want to set up on us for free, something like that, because they kind of can, especially being how defensive we are in this matchup. It was just nice. We have Rocks on another Pokemon, so I figured Thunder Wave could, end up coming out clutch, especially maybe even slowing down that Lunala for something on the back to potentially revenge kill it. But EVs wise, we have enough speed, outspeed, and Adamant Melmetal in case he wants to get super aggressive. We 2-hit KO Fizz Def Mandibuzz. And then we have the rest in our HP plus Spit Def, which is, again, very important in my opinion. And another reason Thunder Wave is nice is because it makes it to where that Mandibuzz can't as easily roost stall us, because we can Thunder Wave it, and that means it's not roosting fast enough and losing its flying typing as we Stone Edge it, which is another really clutch aspect of this T-Tar set. But yeah, it's here to soft check that Lunala, crunch it, do a lot of damage, and potentially put a little bit of pressure on our opponent's team. Next up, and lastly, we have Azelf. I almost called him Uxie. Oops. Rocking out with the Life Orb. Levitate is its ability. Psychic, Fire Blast, Stealth Rock, and Thunderbolt. EVs wise, we got 68 HP, 212 special attack, and 228 speed with a modest nature. EVs wise, we got speed for Lunala. We have a Life Orb number and our HP, and then the rest in our special attack. This thing does punch a lot of holes. It's a good offensive rocker. It does a lot of damage to my opponent's team, in all honesty. It's a great pivot to size, which to punish it, and with rocks up, especially if I can knock off that Mandibuzz, realistically, Psychic, Fire Blast, and Thunderbolt can kind of claim a KO if we do position this thing correctly, which is obviously really clutch. It gives us a ground immunity, which is nice to get double ground. Obviously, we don't switch into it very well, being that we're an Azelf, but, if we can get an aggressive Earthquake on from either that Sizer-Toad or that Mamoswine, we can put ourselves in a commanding position, because I also believe he should probably scout for that Energy Ball. That would blow them both backwards, and Psychic's doing a ridiculous amount anyways, because we're modest Life Orb, but yeah, that's essentially going to be the squad. I think we have the team to do it, but Glada has a very scary team. He's a very solid player from what I've seen. But I think we got this. And yeah, with that being said, I'll be right back with the match. Alrighty, guys, here we are with the battle. We are connected with Glada. Let's see what he ended up bringing. I'm assuming all the scary stuff. Kinda. Why is there a Dramp on my screen? I don't know why there's a Dramp on my screen. What is not here? What didn't come? Interesting. Okay. We'll roll with it right now. Mammo's fine. Melmetal. Seismitoad. Coco. Lunala. And Trampa. Okay. So what do we want to lead off with? Part of me really just wants to lead Licky. I feel like Licky leads well versus most of the team. We can, at the very least, knock off the what do you call it? But I really think that Mammo lead is very likely. That Mammo or Seismitoads feel like the best lead to me. I don't know. I'm gonna lead Feet Guy. I think leading Feet Guy is the move. I'll be honest. I hate that my Coco check can't touch Coco very well. And that's the downside of going knockoff on this thing over Body Slam. I'll probably talk about that in the Teambuilder. But I'm still not 100% sure on if that's what I wanted to do. But we'll see. Good luck, have fun to Glada, obviously. Hopefully we can snap a dub here. It looks like our Subtoxic Ho-Oh goes crazy. Cocoa Puffs. Okay. That's not what we wanted. Again, did not think that was a lead. I didn't think it was happening. I think our initial pivot... Man. I don't know. Maybe our initial pivot isn't Licky now. Maybe it is simply not Licky now. I really do... Yeah, I think Licky is our pivot. I think a U-turn comes out here. I don't think it's Calm Mind. If it's Calm Mind, I'm in such a bad spot. But if not, I'm okay. So we're gonna switch out first. Probably gonna U-turn. He did obviously risk Scarf there. 141 down to 213. And we just go off a very free knockoff here, I think. A very free knockoff. Yeah, I'm just gonna knock something off. Oh, I think he should what? Probably pivot Toad? Is Toad the pivot? I feel like Toad is their best pivot in this specific instance. We will see though. This Licky set is so passive. And that's the reason I like Licky, is because it's usually not passive. But the moves that we're rolling with just are a little bit passive. That's gonna do a lot. Was that a crit? It wasn't. Why did that Volt Switch do so much? Compared to that Thunderbolt earlier, it did like the same amount of damage. We don't have an item on this thing yet. George comes out. That is going to be the Seismitoad. Makes sense. Bonk. We're gonna knock off its leftovers, which is nice. And I think I'm gonna go hard Feet Guy. I live a knockoff from this thing. I don't think it will knock off, but I live a knockoff from this thing. And I can get up my own rocks. I think a Toxic comes out. Honestly, God, I think a Toxic comes out. So we'll see. I want to get up my rocks though. I could also just off a very free Psychic, because this team does not pivot into Psychic at all. I think Psychic is actually my play. There really is not a single Life Orb Psychic switch in on this team. And again, I will live a knockoff. I think Psychic's my play. I can Rocks up the turn after. Getting that Melmetal chip down is, again, absolutely paramount. It's just the Melmetal that switches in, and we can Fire Blast that thing in the nose. Cocoa Puffs are going to come in. This is Life Orb. Does this live? It does live, but good lord, that did a lot. I think I'm actually... I'm in a tough spot here. I really am in a tough spot here. Now, from 144, do I die to a Coco? Not Specs, but just move in general. Do I die to a Coco at that? 150. I do not. Part of me wants to just get up my rocks. Or I can just Psychic again. Oh, there's no Mandibuzz. That's what didn't count. I think I'm just gonna Psychic again. I live this hit guaranteed. I'm gonna Volt. I guess I could have Rocks there, but like, Psychic is so free. So like, why not? I didn't want to give it momentum. I thought they might Gleam there because Gleam seemed to be a very feasible play in forcing a KO, but we'll see. I should be able to get my Rocks on literally everything too. Manny. Male Swine. Never mind. Won't be able to get my Rocks on this thing. It's gonna Ice Shard me. So we're breaking through right now. We can still live Rocks and get up our Rocks later. We will for sure die to this move. And I think that alone makes it worth pivoting out. And just throwing off a Psychic. Covers the Toad coming in. So, that's what we'll do. Ice Shard, yeah. So that's gonna come out. It's not showing any item. It's fine. I'm just gonna Psychic. It just showed Ice Shard. Has not shown us any item. Toad has shown us Stealth Rock. Not shown us any item. Same with the Coco. At least as far as we know. They might be doing damage boosting item moves, and maybe I should be calcing that. But we threw off a Psychic here because it covered the Seismitoad coming in. We already knocked this thing off, so this is unrecoverable damage, which is awesome. Now, what do I expect to come in here? I mean, what do I expect to happen here? I can't really pivot into anything. That's the annoying thing. I can still get a Heal Bell off later. Right? So maybe Psychicking is the move, because he could also just totally knock me off. That's fine. It's going to Toxic. That's annoying, but we can Heal Bell it off later. So I'm not super worried. We can Heal Bell that off. We're going to Psychic. And this thing is immensely chipped down. Now, is there any reason for us to pivot out here? I feel as if the answer is no. I feel like a knockoff comes out here as well. And I'd like to keep my helmet. I would really like to keep my helmet, but I can't really switch into this thing. I think I have to Psychic this. I don't think there's another play on my end. He's gonna withdraw what, Drampa? Okay, that's fine. Out comes the Drampa. We're gonna get a Spadef drop, which is sick. Are we fast in this thing with our Licky? Probably. It has not shown an item yet, though, which is unfortunate. It has to be very fast to be faster than our Licky, and I don't think it is. I'm gonna go Licky, and I'm gonna try and get like a Suicide Heal Bell off. I don't think we're checking much at this point. We've chipped down the Coco in a range of like everything on our team. We just have to ensure it doesn't Roost. It's shown Thunderbolt, Volt Switch. Was it Gleam Roost? Was it just 4 attacks, Coco? I don't know. We'll see though. We're gonna go hard Licky. I don't think a Draco will kill us. We're max, but we might. Actually, I'll give it a buck. So there's the Roost. That's fine with me. We do see a Roost though. Roost. And then I'm just gonna Heal Bell. I want that Toxic off. Yeah, let's go ahead and Heal Bell. Yeah, let's go ahead and Heal Bell. So we are faster. We get the Heal Bell off. And our Slowbro is no longer toxic. Hey, Calm Minds. Interesting. It's Calm Mind. Do I lose? I think I lose to this thing. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna lose to this thing, aren't I? We're in a bad spot, aren't we? There is no fairy. No, there is a fairy. It's Coco. We're in a really bad spot, aren't we? Because I can't go hard T-Tar and let this thing focus blast me, or then I lose to Lunala. But I do have Ho-Oh for Lunala, so that's obviously really clutch. I think hard Tar is my play. There obviously is also the chance of this thing missing, which would be awesome. This thing is Calm Mind Roost, which is pretty terrifying. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit under prep for this thing. If you Focus Blast here, I think I'll live it, which is nice. I am Choppel, very Spadef. Dragon Pulse, okay. Let's see, this should bounce. Not really. It's gonna take Sand, which means it is not Cloud9, which is good to know. Now, as for our Tyranitar to a Trampa. If it's max HP at level 50. If we click Stone Edge into Zygarde, 1,000 arrows, we should kill. So I'm going to risk the Stone Edge. Please hit. We do hit. Now, if they miss their move, we are chilling. We get a crit, which is awesome. They're going to obviously get the Berserk, which is not good. But they're going to Surf. Interesting. So they are Dragon Ball Surf, which we do live. They are very bulky. I want to see, actually, if we kill with a Crunch, if they're max defense. Gold. We should kill with a Crunch, so that's what I'm going to play. We're very liable to lose that Lunala now. Very liable to lose that Lunala. We're going to Crunch, though. We're going to pick off George, which is clutch. Good night, George. And down goes George. Awesome. Now, I am a little bit scared of that Melmetal if it's like Iron Defense and Body Press. That could be really scary, potentially. If that's what wants to come in. So, T-Tar's gonna knock out the, what do you call it, thing? Can that Drampa roost on anything? Oh, Cocoa Puffs comes in. Okay. I think we have outlived our usefulness as a Tyranitar at this point. It sucks because this thing is very good in this game. I mean, it was very good in this game. I'll stop them from roosting, though. I'll Earthquake. No way I will let this roost. No way at all. So, let's go ahead and click Earthquake. It also covers like a weird double into Melmetal. It hits pretty much everything on this team at this point. So, that's obviously nice. We have the team very chipped down, minus Lunala. There was Dragon Pulse Roost. I need to make sure I write that down. Dragon Pulse Roost. It has not shown its item, but it was Berserk. This thing's gonna Volt Switch. It's gonna pick us off, but we're gonna gain offensive momentum, which is muy bien. There's also no more Scald immunity anymore. I guess the Drampa can roost up on our Slowbro, so we should not let that thing roost with our Slowbro. We're also Calm Mind of our own, though, but we're not Side Shock, so that's a little bit unfortunate. A little bit unfortunate. Yeah, we're not, so that's kind of tough, won't lie. Manny comes out. Okay. Manny is here, Manny is now. And do we kill with a Mystical Fire? Not if it's Thick Fat. Not if it's Thick Fat. So I think I'm actually... But I can't let that thing roost, man. Ah! Bad position. My name is Owen. I guess I can, because I can go hard Ho-Oh and Toxic it, because we're really Spadef, so I don't think Drampa Surf with no special attack. I mean, regardless, Yeah, I think I just clicked Scald here. I think clicking Scald here is fine. But again, I'm a little bit nervous. I won't lie to you. Lunala comes out, I think I go hard Ho-Oh. Knock off, it's fine. If the, what do you call it, comes out though? If the Drampa, I think I have to go hard into Ho-Oh and throw off a Toxic immediately. We should actually beat it 1v1 pretty easily. If it's not Specs, it's actually a roll to break our sub with just a regular Surf, so I can Mystical Fire. So, oh no, that's, what do you call it? Our Tyranitar. Let's check Ho-Oh. It always breaks our sub, which is a little bit unfortunate. But if we get it out of -2, it doesn't break our sub. So that's good. If they go Drampa and try and Roost here, I think I go Ho-Oh. Yeah. I gotta go hard Ho-Oh. So, let's go into the bird himself. What a bird is a word. This thing doesn't have glare, which is, again, very good to know. Dragon Pulse. We are going to Toxic immediately. This thing's scary, man. This thing's very scary. I really hope it's not Lum. It being Lum would be kind of bad, but I think we could pivot around it. And if we get this thing Toxic, then our Licky can more comfortably beat it. So that's obviously dope as well. If we can get things into Zygarde range, that would obviously also be awesome. The only thing that's stopping Zygarde from sweeping right now is actually just the Mamoswine. That's it. Toxic. We do hit. Just don't be Lum. Don't be Lum. That'd be crazy. Please don't be Lum. Please don't be Lum. It's fucking Lum. You're kidding. Peckleberry? There's absolutely no freaking way. I'm gonna Toxic again. Okay, we hit this time. It was Peckleberry? I've been Nuzlocking a lot of Radical Red, and I have used Peckleberry in Radical Red. I have not seen Peckleberry in a draft league setting yet, though. Good lord. What? So it's gonna Roost here. I'm gonna Mystical Fire. As if they don't Calm Mind here, I can sub all over this thing. Mystical Fire. So we're gonna MS. It covers a pivot out as well. And we'll keep this thing at neutral, which is like unbelievably clutch. And once we get it to -1, we'll be in a phenomenal position. Yeah, Surf. So now we can sub. Because what? Yeah, I don't think that breaks sub. And sub covers a Coco play as well. So let's go ahead and sub. So now they know our full moveset, which is unfortunate. Yep. Okay, cool. So I think we MS here. If they're -1 special attack, Surf should not break our sub. They have to be very invested to do so. We're gonna Mystical Fire here. We could win with this set right now. So, let's see. We're gonna Mystical Fire. Thank God Mystical Fire can't miss either. That make this game much scarier. And this thing being Toxic is amazing, because it was very scary. I would be lying if I said this thing wasn't terrifying. It does not break our sub. Awesome. And we just Roost. Because we don't kill with Mystical Fire. I was going to say maybe we should Mystical Fire, but we don't kill with it from here. So if they Roost here, I think that's a Mega Choke on their end. And I'll take it. Because then I can end up with the sub. And I think if that happens, we just win. Surf. Yeah, they shouldn't ever do that, so that's fine. Okay. So our substitute's gonna fade. Definitely annoying, but it happens. And we're gonna knock out the Drampa. Big threat, by the way. Is Ho-Oh the best Drampa counter? Question mark, exclamation point. So I'm just checking my phone because I got a text, but my thumbprint isn't working. Annoying. Okay. So what? Coco's their only play? Right. Cosmic Hate. Oh yeah. I just Mystical Fire this thing once, right? So Mystical Fire break a Lunala sub. Lunala at level 50. If it's at 99%, just do thing. Actually do not, so I need a Mystical Fire. Meteor Beam? Fuck. Okay, I think I lose. Do I live? Do I live? Do I live? Do I live? Meteor Beam! That's cool. I didn't even think of that. I didn't even think of that. I die. Yeah, no way I live that. That's good prep. I didn't think they would have room for such coverage. But damn. They did. What do I do now? I think I go Feet Guy, right? I think I go Feet Guy. I die to a Focus Blast from here, for sure. I guess they're just like no recovery. They're like an offensive Lunala. It's bad. Maybe they'll scout. If they scout, maybe I can win. I don't think I can, though. I don't think I can. I think that's a wrap. That's good prep. I think we lose to this Lunala. That was really cool. Damn. Ugh, that sucks. They're definitely thinking about whether or not they need to switch. I don't even think they need to if we're, what do you call it, obviously. We don't kill. They're, in Shadow Shield, you know? So, that was cool prep. I genuinely cannot be mad, you know? That was cool prep. Maybe I should have scouted for it. I didn't even think of it. I didn't want to let them call mine, though. I feel like letting them call mine was also just, like, a death wish. You know? If they missed, we would have won. So that would have been cool. But I can't get mad about that. Yeah, see, they don't ever need to switch. I think they just win. I think they just win. Let's go Zygarde to Lunala. It's like offensive, probably. Yeah, it's not enough. I think I need to dodge a Focus Blast. I think that's my win con. Yeah, I think that's my win con. It's dodging a Focus Blast. If this thing's 252 plus 1 Focus Blast. Also has no item. I need to dodge 2 Focus Blasts. That's tough. I need to dodge 2 hits, basically, is my win con here. I do 2-hit KO from here. If I dodge 2 Focus Blasts, then I can't win, but that's asking for a lot, you know? I'm not going to be mad if I don't. I can't let this thing roost either, so I can't even protect to stall to PP. Miss? Fuck. Yeah, there's just not much I can do, you know? That was great. That was a great bring. GG's to Gladite. That was a great bring. Calm Mind Bro can win if I can somehow kill this thing. So, we'll see. Can a crit from Zygarde kill this thing? If I crit arrows versus critting Outrage. Crit Outrage kills guaranteed. So I think it's my play to go Outrage. Can I Moongeist Beam? I think this might even kill us because we're pretty offensive. We need to crit them though. Maybe I should have gone into this first and then Azelf, but we didn't die. So crit. If I crit, I think I can win. Did not crit, so GG's to Gladite. Definitely a fun one. If he misclicks here. Nope, he did not. But yeah, definitely a fun one. That was a great bring by his part. I didn't even think of Meteor Beam. That's really cool. I'm pretty sure we would shoot a Power Gem from there too, and been able to react accordingly. But because I knew I got Power Gem, I didn't even think of Meteor Beam though. It's like a ghost Pokemon, so it makes sense. G-Stem, definitely a solid bring. I thought like Fat Lunala was coming, like Wisp, Hex, Roost, Focus Blast. I thought that was coming because it was very scary for me to deal with. Yeah, it's frustrating. It's always frustrating starting the season out with a loss, but you know, what can you do? We'll Scald and just send this one home. We're gonna lose 3-0. And yeah, that's basically going to be week 1. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, drop a like. If you're new here, drop a sub. Hopefully we can bounce back next week. Again, very frustrating to start the season with an L, but it's a great bring on his end. So, thanks again, guys. Adios.